Good afternoon all. I welcome you all to HashLearn Studios. Today's topic is simple and compound interest. As you all know, the basics which you have learnt in your high school, how to find your simple interest and how to find the compound interest. Generally people prefer suppose if they are taking a loan, they prefer simple interest. Suppose if you are lending some money, you will prefer compound interest because the rate of interest which you will be earning will be more in terms of compound interest than in simple interest. Okay, so there are two formulas basically for simple interest. So P T R by 100, this is your simple interest where P is principal, time is your time duration, example in years, and the rate is rate of interest per annum. So always your amount will be principal plus interest. Your interest can be either simple interest or it can be your compound interest. Similarly, your compound interest P into 1 plus R by 100, P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power n. N is your number of years, R is rate, and your P is principal. So amount when you calculate in compound interest, your amount will be P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power n. Suppose if you have different rates, rate of interests are different, then what formula you need to use? Your amount calculated in compound interest will be P into one plus R by 100, this is for the rate 1, 1 plus R2 by 100, this is for the rate 2, and it goes on. Okay, fine. So these were the important formulas which you will be using in simple and compound interest problems. Fine, let us take an examples and understand the basics of simple interest and compound interest. Here is an example. Ravi borrowed some money at the rate of 4% per annum for the first 3 years. Please make a note, for first 3 years he is borrowing at 4%, at a rate of 8% per annum for the next 2 years, at the rate of 9% per annum provided beyond 5 years. Okay, if he pays a total simple interest of 19,550 at the end of 7 years, how much money did he borrow? So here you have to note total 7 years, initial first 3 years, So after that 8% is for next 2 years, and total 7 years then will be again 2 years. So total 7 years is divided into 3 stages, 3%, sorry 3 years, 2 years and 2 years. So this is a problem on simple interest which is already mentioned here. So let P be the principal. So for the first 3 years, you know the formula, P into T into R by 100. So P 4% into 3% plus P into 8% 2 by 100, P into it is 9% again for 2 years by 100, that is equal to the total simple interest is 19,550. Then it is a simple calculation which you need to do. 12, 16, 18. You can multiply this with 100. So 19,550 into 100. So what is 18 plus 12? 30 plus 16, it is 46. So once you divide this, you will get the number to be, it goes into 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6. Again this also will go into P is equal to 19,550 into 50 divided by 23. So you can do the calculation. Once you do the calculation, you should get the answer to be option B, 42500. 19,550 into 50 by 23, that should give you 42500, which is your option B. So only important formula in this example is P into T into R by 100. You have to do in 3 stages. You have to add the simple interest for the total 7 years split into 3 plus 2 plus 2. Fine, let's go to the next example. Mr. X invested an amount for 2 years at a rate of 15% per annum, which is a simple interest. Had the interest been compounded annually, how he would have earned 450 more as an interest. What was the amount invested? Okay, so here you know that compound interest for 2 years at 15%. So what does this will give you? 450 more interest, in the sense you can easily take it as 450 is equal to P into 15% for the first year, 15% for the second year. $450 into 100 into 100 divided by 15 into 15, that should be equal to P. You can calculate 15 3s are 45, again that will be 30 divided by 15, 100 into 100, this is 20,000. Which is your option E, RS. So what is the amount invested with? 20,000 rupees. Is it clear? Fine, let us come to the next example. Two equal sums of money were invested, one at 4.5% per annum. So generally when they give you in the decimal, you can always convert into fraction 45 by 10, which you can rewrite is again as 9 by 2, because 5 nines are 45 and 5 twice 10. So 4.5% you can write it as 9 by 2%, and the other one at 4% per annum. One at 4.5% per annum and the other at 4% per annum at the end of 7 years. The simple interest received from the former was exceeded to that received from the latter by OK. There is a difference of 31.50. Then what was the each sum? So how to do is difference is bigger minus smaller. Okay. So here what you can take here is which one is the bigger? 4.5, that is 9 by 2%. This will be your bigger percentage and this will be your smaller one, and when you take that is giving you 31.5 as the difference. So use the formula. What is the formula you have? P, time is 7 years, that is 9 by 2 into 100, that is divided by 100, minus principal is given P, 7 years into 7 into 4 divided by 100, and that should be equal to 31.50. So once you do the simplification, how will you do the calculation here? This is you multiply by 2, divide by 2, so that 9 sevens are 63, this is multiply by 2 and you are dividing it by 2, so that this is 56, you will have 200 in the denominator. So that will give you 63 minus 56, 7, 31.50 into 200. So P will be equal to 31,500 divided by 100 into 200, I will divide it by 7. So if you cancel, after cancelling, what will be your P will be equal to? Can cancel this 2 with this 2. So 315, let me check whether it goes in 7. 7 4s are 28, 7 5s are 35, so 45 into 2 is 90. Yes, there is an option, and D is the answer. Your P will be equal to 900 rupees. Which is option D. So once you cancel 45 into 2, that should be equal to 90 something. 90 something is in option D. Yeah. Let us go to the next problem. So little lengthy question, be careful while understanding the problem. A certain amount is invested in a scheme A for 6 years which offers simple interest at the rate of X% per annum. The same amount is invested in scheme B for 2 years which offers compound interest compounded annually at the rate of 10% per annum. The interest earned from scheme A is twice to that earned from scheme B. If the rate of interest of scheme A had been X plus 2% per annum, the difference between interest after corresponding periods would have been 3,960 rupees. What is the amount invested in each scheme? Okay, so amount invested, let us take that amount as P. I will write it here only. Let the amount be equal to P rupees. 6 years, X%, what does that will give you? 6 years means time is 6, X% is your rate is X%. So that should give you P into X% for 6 years divided by 100. I will take the amount to be P, okay. So P into X into 6% is 6 by 100, 6 years 6 by 100 X%, that should be equal to the amount invested in the scheme for 2 years which offers a compound interest at the rate of, for 2 years, that will be 2 into P, which is a compound interest. One plus 10 by 100 because the rate is 10% and power 2 minus 1. So if you do the simplification, what does that will give you? P into X into 6 by 100 is equal to 2 times P. If you cancel this fellow, let me do the simplification here. One by 10, 11 by 10 whole square minus 1, 121 by 10, 100 minus 1 will give you 21 by 100. You can cancel it P with P, 2 ones are 2, 3s are 6, so you will have 3x is equal to 21, you can cancel 100 with 100, so x is 21 by 3s, 7 3s are 21. So this is the first part of the question. Whatever the information it is given there, using that you can easily say that x is 7%. Let me do the second part of the question. The second part of the question says if the rate of interest of scheme A had been x plus 2% per annum, the difference between interest after compounding, see we got x as 7 plus 2% means, please make a note, it will become 9%. Therefore, I will do the second part here only, P into 9 into 6 years divided by 100, the difference I will write it here only, 1 plus 10 by 100 square minus 1, and the difference amount is 3960. This is the second statement. The difference in amount is 3960. Now you need to find what is P. So let us do the simplification here. 54 P by 100. If I do the simplification for this part, 21 by 100 into P, that will be equal to 3960. That will give you 4 minus 1 is 3, 5 minus 2 is also 3, so you can cancel this. 11 3s are 33, 6 is left, 11 6s are 66, 12 3s are 36. So your P will be equal to 12,000. Is there any option? Yes, there is an option B. So the amount invested in each scheme is 12,000 rupees. So here the problem has to be done in two cases. In the first case you can find the rate per annum, and in the second case you can find the amount invested. Okay. The next problem, a sum is divided between A and B in the ratio 1:2. A purchased a car from his part which depreciates at the rate of 100 by 7% per annum. B deposited his amount in a bank which pays him 20% interest per annum compounded annually. By what percent will the total sum of the money increase after 2 years? Approximately is the question. See, 1:2 is nothing but I have always a constant will be there, that will be multiplied to that number. You can write it as 1x and 2x. So let A has 1x and B has 2x. What will be the price of a car after 2 years? You know that he is purchasing 1x with that amount. After 2 years it will be 1 minus 100 by 7% is 1 by 7. It will be power 2. Why it is power 2? You know, for 2 years it will be power 2. 7 minus 1 is 6 by 7 is 36 by 49 into x. So this is the price of a car after 2 years. Okay. What will be the B's amount? He is keeping in the bank. B deposited his amount in the bank. which pays him 20% interest per annum compounded annually. So amount of B after 2 years. So he is investing 2x. After 2 years he will have 1 plus 20% by 100 power 2. So you can just cancel this with this and how much you will get, that is 1 plus 1 by 5 whole square, that is 5 plus 1 is 36 by 25. 36 is into 2 is 72. Yeah. So this is the amount what B will get at the end of 2 years. So this is what A is getting and this is what B is getting. So here A is depreciating whereas B is appreciating. So what is sum after 2 years? Sum total, this plus this. So 36 by 49 x plus 72 by 25 x, what does that will give you? You need to do the simplification. So let me do the simplification here. So 36 into 25, 5 6 are 30, carry 3, 5 3s are 15, 16 17 18, 6 2s are 12, carry 1, 3 2s are 6, plus 1 is 7. So 49 into 72, 9 2s are 18, carry 1, 4 2s are 8, plus 1 is 9, carry 6, 7 4s are 28, yeah, this will be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5 and 3, 3 5 2 8, 49 into 25. So that should give you 8 plus 9, 4 8 2 8 9, 9 plus 5 14, that should be 4 4 2 8 into x divided by 49 into 25. 9 5s are 45, carry 4, 5 4s are 20, plus 4 is 24, 9 2s are 18, carry 1, 4 2s are 8, plus 1 is 9, that should give you 5, 12 2, carry 1, 9 10 12. Okay. So here the question is, by what percent will the total sum of the money increase after 2 year due investment? So therefore what you need to do, 4 4 2 8 x divided by 1 2 2 5 minus, see the total investment was 3x, 1x is for A, 2x is for B, divided by 3x. Once you do this, you should get the answer to be approximately 20%, that you can solve it. option A is the answer. Fine. Let us take the problem from the quantest question which you have taken in the previous session. The marked price of an electric iron is 690 rupees. The shopkeepers allows a discount of 10% and gains. Okay. $690, that is the marked price, allows a discount of 10% means what is 10% will give you 69 rupees. And gains 8%. If no discount is allowed, his gain percent would be how much? Okay. So 69, how much that amount will be? $690 minus 669. When you do this, 2 and that is carried forward. So 621 and gains 8%. So he is gaining 8% in the sense. Therefore, what was the cost price? Your cost price will be gains 8% is, if I take this as X rupees, so X into 1.08, that will be equal to 621. Shopkeepers allows a discount of 10% and gains 8% is X into X into 1.08. So just do the simplification, that will give you 108 by 100 is equal to 621. Divided by 108. So this goes in 3 2s are 3 7s are 21. This also goes in 3 3s are 9. 3 6s are 18. 3 1s are 3 2s are 3 6s are 18. 3 9s are 27. 3 4s are 12. 3 2s are 6. 3 3s are 9. So this is 25. So X will be 23 into 25. So what does that will give you? 5 3s are 15, carry 1. 5 2s are 10 plus 1 is 11. Five 2s are 10 plus 1 is 11. 3 2s are 6, 2 2s are 4. So X is 575. If no discount is allowed, what was the gain percent? If there is no discount allowed, so 690 minus 575. What is the difference amount? This 5 1 1. So 115 will be the difference. So 115 rupees is the difference. So what will be the gain percent? You know that 57.5 into 2 rupees, if you do it twice, that will give you 100, 715, which will be your option A. 20%. 115 divided by, what is the cost price? 575 into 100 you need to do, that will give you 20%. Or you can do the calculation in the mind. 575, 10%, 10% will be 57 rupees 50 paisa. When you multiply it with 2, that will give you 115. So therefore 20% is the answer. Here is the question. It's a contest time. The question is, Uday invested rupees 20,000 with a rate of interest 20% per annum. The interest was compounded half yearly for the first 1 year, and in the next year it was compounded yearly. What will be the total interest earned at the end of 2 years? Okay. Come to the previous problem. A person lent out 2 equal amounts, 6% and 24% per annum simple interest for each for a period of 18 months. He got total interest amount 4704. Which of these could be the amount that was lent out in each case if the interest is paid half yearly is the so this is the one which you need to note. Half yearly for the period of 18 months. So how many half year you will have in 18 months? You will have 3 half years. So that is the number which you should be aware. Since it is a simple interest problem, you know that formula is PTR by 100. So what will be your case? P, your time is 3 into rate is 6% divided by 100 into 2 you need to do. Why you need to do into 2? Because it is half yearly. Rate of interest is for half year divided by 2 you need to do. P, time is 3, again 3 half years in 18 months. Rate is 24 divided by 100 into 2. The total amount that should be equal to 4704. So if you do the simplification, how much you will get? 18, 24 into 3, so P will be equal to 4704 into 200, 72 plus 18 will be equal to 90 there. So if you do the simplification, what will be your answer? So 47 into 2 divided by 9 I will do. So 47 into 2 is so what is 94 divided by 9? 9 ones are 9. Zero, you put 9 fours are 36. Yeah, you are getting something 1.04. 1.04 is in option B, that is your answer. You know that what I am doing, just I am taking 2 digits, 47 into 2 divided by 9 I am doing, I am just neglecting the last 2 decimals. So 47 into 2 divided by 9 is approximately 94 by 9, 94 by 9 will be 1.0 something. So 1.0 is in only one option, option B, that is 10,453 is the answer. 10,453 is the answer. Okay. Let us come to the next example. A sum of 18,750 is left in will by a father to be divided between 2 sons whose present age is 12 years and 14 years respectively, such that when they attain maturity at 18, the amount principal, that is plus interest, received by each at 5% simple interest will be the same. Find the sum allotted at the present to each son. Okay. It is divided between 2 sons whose present age is 12 and 14. So maturity is at 18. So if the maturity is at 18, the difference between 18 and 12 is 6 years, and the difference between 18 and 14 is 4 years. These are the 2 numbers which you should consider. That let the sum allotted be X rupees for the first son, okay, and what will be the for the second son? It will be so many rupees. Okay, so 18750 minus X, and this is X rupees. They are at the 5% rate of interest, and one is for 4 years, the other one is for 6 years. So which one is 6 years? The one which is X rupees plus X into 6 into 5% divided by 100, and there is an amount 18750. This is the amount minus X plus 18,750 minus X into, that is for 4 years, and the rate is 5% divided by 100. So with this you need to find what is X will be equal to. Let us do a simple calculation. This will be 100x 5 6 are 30x divided by 100, one 8750. When you multiply it, $100 minus 100x plus 4 into 5 is 20, so minus 20x I will write it here, 4 5s are 20, And what is 18750 into 20? So 18750 into x is 20 rupees, that I'll take the 2 zeros outside, 5 2s are 10, carry 1, 7 2s are 14, plus 1 is 15, carry 1, 8 2s are 16, plus 1 is 17, carry 1, 2 1s are 2, plus 1 is 3, 375 0 0 0. Yes, you can do the calculations. This is 130x is equal to 1875000. 100 minus 20 is minus 120x plus 37500. That will be 10x is equal to 5 5 10, carry 1 7 7 14, plus 1 is 15, 8 9 10 11 12, carry 1, that is 2 0 0. When you do that one, this is 150. This is 150. So that will be equal to 15 ones are 15 will be equal to 900. 10 extra, that will be equal to, okay. So this is x is 9000, which option you have 9000 here, and what is 18750 minus 9000, that will be your option C. So that is your answer, option C will be your answer. If you want the second part, just subtract it from 18750, you will get it. Okay. So you have some problems given for the CPP which you need to solve in the home. Thanks for joining us. See you. Thank you.